Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Sports Community live stream. So, whether you're watching on Facebook, whether you're watching on YouTube, or whether you're watching on Twitch, welcome to you. Whether you're watching live or the recording, welcome to you. If you don't know what Twitch is, never heard of Twitch, well, then you need to come to eSport Friday and you'll learn what Twitch is. eSport Friday is for those people like me who can't even spell eSport. A little bit of a funny, session today. Well, not funny, but just very different to what we've normally done. And I just wanted to share a story from the weekend and then today. So for the first time in months and months and months, we were allowed to go and visit friends. So we're having a conversation, and then my mate's phone goes off, and it's the alarm. He's got an alarm set for 6:07 p.m., 7 minutes past 6 p.m. every day, and that's where his family stop and say, they ask the question, well, tell us what you're grateful for. What are you grateful for about what happened to you during your day? And I thought it was really cool, and they invited us in, and it really stopped me in my tracks, I guess, over the weekend, and now today is Wednesday, going, well, yeah, we really should be doing that more often. And we turn on the news and we see America burning, we see COVID killing people, and it's really easy to get negative. And I guess that's my question today, is going, well, hold on, there's so much. Yes, that is the environment we're in, but there's so much positivity around. Like, I was so grateful to be living in Australia with the way we've handled COVID, and then I was so grateful and also proud that we could have a peaceful protest in Sydney, maybe not socially distant, that really sends an important message to governments around the world. And I'm grateful for us as a community that we're able to do that. And I'm really grateful that the leaders of our country have worked in a really cohesive way, that the National Council, for example, in creating an environment that can guide us through, where we keep the deaths to and the people that are impacted by COVID from a health perspective to an absolute minimum. I'm incredibly grateful for that. And when we compare ourselves to other countries, the frustration that we might be feeling as we kind of want to get back to normal, I think I just like people to hold their horses a little bit and just trust the process on the way out as well. And particularly as we're really rushing to get back to community sport, I think we should continue to trust the people that have been making such brilliant decisions all the way through. I think their decision making and their communication is something that I'm really, really grateful for. But at a club level, we're seeing amazing sort of changes happening really, really quickly, whether it's people reaching out and connecting in ways that they've never done before, whether it's doing things differently. But one of the things that we've noticed as people are starting to come back to sport is that, and they can't compete, so the only thing they can do really is participate. And overwhelmingly, the feedback is that people are so grateful to be back, and that people are seeing smiles on the faces of people that they would never normally see smiles for, because it's such a competitive environment. So what we're seeing is people remembering why they participate in their particular sport in the first place, which is because of the pure enjoyment we get out of that. And I'm really grateful that we kind of remember that. From a personal perspective and sports community, I am unbelievably grateful for the support that everyone has provided us, whether it's the peak sporting bodies, whether it's clubs, whether it's volunteers, whether it's councils, government, people like Vic Health, the Love Me, Love You Foundation. It's been incredible, that support. And we didn't realise, I guess, where we really truly sat in the Australian sports industry. We didn't know whether we were valued by the Australian sports industry or Australian sport. We knew we were helping, but we didn't know whether that was valued. And overwhelmingly, that is completely clear now that we understand our place, which is to help volunteers and help those that want to help volunteers. So Council's Peak Body. And I'm so grateful for that support and for that time, because we were really fearful when COVID started that maybe we will fall by the wayside because what we were doing just wasn't valued by the community. So it's quite the opposite, and I'm truly grateful for that. So a little bit different. We'll get back to pushing out information, but I just wanted to stop and say thank you to everybody who has supported us all the way through our 8-year journey. We're really, really focused on looking at ways to continue to help you for the next 8 years, and we'll start that tomorrow. So on the live stream tomorrow, we've got the CEO and founder of TMAP, Rob Fletcher, coming on to talk about how TMAP can and has been helping people, again, for the last 8 years, but specifically in this COVID period. Esport Friday, really excited, not this Friday, but next Friday, that Nigel Smart, Chief Operating Officer of the Adelaide Crows, will be joining us to talk about why the Adelaide Crows have got an esport team to complement their men's and women's football teams. They also own a baseball team in Adelaide as well. So we'll find out about that strategy as well. So I'd love to ask you, just in leaving, what is it today, this third day of winter, what is it that you're grateful for? And I think, why don't we just share a little bit of positivity in a world full of uncertainty, in a world full of a world that's just not quite operating as we would like it to be. So until tomorrow, I'm Steve Pallas, and my final word for today is thank you for being part of our sports community.